So the misconception among many people that don't understand mental health and trauma is that when something traumatic happens, you remember every single thing that happened.
Where most of our memories are lined up, imagine a really nice file cabinet, and your brain has all of your memories stored in chronological order. And you put the really important stuff in the front so that you can pull those out every now and then and just remember things that are important to you for empathy, survival, love, humanity. But then everything else is just kind of stored in the back to recall when you need it, or sometimes don't. They're tossed away. Trauma memories are like taking that experience and throwing that file all over the floor.
I always tell kids, it's like we're gonna throw it on the table. We're gonna say, okay, where does this go? And we're gonna organize it all nicely, and then we're gonna, get rid of the stuff that we don't need from it, and then we're gonna hold on to the important things that we need to remember and that we need, because that's something that happened to us. It's not us, that's not who you are, but it is something that's a part of what you have experienced.
They remember highlights and bits and pieces of specific events, but maybe not the events in time order like we would want them to, or be able to give that back to us. But when they're in their medical room, they give details about another event. Or they give more details whenever they're talking in the medical room, or more details when they're talking to law enforcement. So that's kind of a common thing, but doesn't mean that it's untrue. It just means that possibly they're giving you different bits and pieces of different events that have occurred.
And part of the healing process and why trauma therapy is so important is that we slowly get each sheet and help bring that trauma narrative back so that the survivor gets power over reorganizing that and processing it in the truth rather than the thought distortions that they've had. We need to understand how our brain processes trauma and how it protects us from that.